Hey guys, as you probably tell from the intro, we're going to be playing around with mica powders today. I received these in the post a few weeks ago and I finally got a chance to play around with them earlier this week. I love these. These are beautiful mica powders. So I'm going to be using from the gemstone and the two-tone collection, green pyromorphite, mermaid dust, rose quartz, peach gold, pure copper, and golden labradorite. And I'm also going to be using white pearl as a topper for my Mokume. Here I have rolled out 6 squares of Cernet translucent on a number 3. And I'm going to coat one side with white alcohol ink. Now this alcohol ink is really good. Very inexpensive. I got this off of Amazon a couple of years ago. Very pigmented, very good, very cheap. I can't give you a link, but if you can see a box that looks like this, it's good. Okay, so we're just let's get to it. All right, so I'm going to first of all put on the alcohol ink. And I've already give it a wee shake. Okay. Now, I'm just going to put a coat on using a Q-tip. I don't want it too thick. More than that. There we go. If you can hear a fan in the background, I'm very sorry. I turned off the AC. It's very hot here. All right, okay, again, I only want just a very thin coat. Not a lot, so it should dry. My voice is going. It should dry quite fast. That should be good. All right, I'm going to leave this now to sit for 5 minutes, and then I'll be back. Okay, these have been sit for a while. They should be there. They're good. Okay. So we're going to do now, I'm going to flip them over. So we're going to leave the alcohol ink on the bottom. What happened here? I don't care. It's fine. And we're going to put the mica powder on top on the other layer. Okay, so I'm going to go with the lightest color first, and I believe the lightest color is probably the golden labradorite. Now, do this away from my clay. I don't want it to squirt. These bags are, they're pretty, but they're not the most practical. All right. Anyway, so I'm going to put a little bit there, and a little bit here. And close it up. And pure copper. peach gold. Wow, I'm making a mess here. And then on to rose quartz. Sorry, it's a little bit difficult to open with gloves on. Close the bag up. Now for my favorites. I love these ones. The green pyromorphite. Oh, I'm making a real big mess of this. That's why I'm taking it away from the camera, away from my workstation. And the final color, my favorite, mermaid dust. There is a two-tone to it. It's kind of a, it goes from a green to a turquoisey blue. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty. Got it open. Okay, there's our powders. So I'm going to stack them. This one first. Long ways. Then this one. And because this dark color to me is darker than this one, I want the lighter color on top of the darker, if that makes any sense. And take your time putting this down. You don't want any air in it, so. Any air between the layers, sorry. All right. Now I'm going to go again, the copper and gold. But this time I'm going to change it. I'm going to put it this way. Instead of the colors going this way, I'm going to put it this way. This is darker. So I'll change it that way. And then the mermaid dust and the green on top. This way. Okay. Now I'm going to take this little stick thing that I use for my tube bales, I'm just going to press it down. And again. Because I haven't touched the top sides of the clay. I'm not taking any mica powder off, so, okay. I'm going to gently close it up. And then gently, for the moment, form it into a block. Now you can see here, mica does not want to stick to mica. So we have to be, you know, we just have to coerce it a little bit. Now I'm going to take the block and smush. I'm trying to distort the layers. And now very slowly, it's starting to stick. You can see here it's a little bit, not sticking, but it will. All right, so we have that. You can see here, the colors are already quite mixed. Now I need my roller, and then gently rolling it down a little bit so it can go into my pasta machine. All right. I'm just going to take baby white and clean up this mess. And another one. All right, so now what we're going to do now is wipe off my fingers, get some kitchen roll. I'm debating now. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay. We're going to take this now. We're going to cut and stack. This way. That was not even, but that's okay. All right, I'm gonna go to my pasta machine and I'm gonna roll this through on a 0 this way. Okay, here we have it. So this has been rolled out on a 0, so it was stacked, cut and stacked once. Now, this is on a 0, this is on a 7. Because it's on a 7, I want this to stay nice and flat. Okay, so I'm gonna put my slab on top of, this side, on top of the thinnest piece, so like that. I'm gonna very gently lay it down to avoid any air pockets, because we do not want any air pockets. Get my craft knife or my X-Acto knife. Well, let's clean up my hands first because they're quite full of mica powder. Okay. Okay, we have a couple of pockets I can see. Nothing too drastic. All right. Now I'm going to take my blade, blunt side down, and I'm pushing right down. Right down. Leave this for another project. Now, let's squish this back together. Okay, I'm gonna go to the pasta machine. I'm gonna roll this through this way. Okay, 1 second. Okay, it's rolled through on a 0. Now I want to make a circle pendant, and I want to cut off what I don't need. So I'll make another pendant or earrings off camera. Here we go. All right, now I'm going to take my flexible blade, curving it like this, using my fingers against my work surface as a guide. I'm going to slowly remove the top layer. I don't need to keep any of this, so I'm just going to throw it aside. Oh, went deep there. And I just want to get off the top layer of the translucent and pearl mix. Oh, deep again. I really want that blue to come through, the mermaid dust. Bit deep there. I'm rushing myself. I always do on camera. I don't know why. All right, okay, I'm done with that. All right, get a piece of paper. Just regular old printer paper. And with my steel soap, I'm gonna give it a good burnish. Because I was gouging, it needs a really good burnish. So here's what we have. Looks nothing like my other pieces. Comme d'habitude, comme normal. So, okay, I'll leave it like this. I am going to take my scraps with this and this. I'm going to run this through past the machine on a 4, I think. All right, so I'm rolled out on a number 4. And this is the bad side, this is the good side. So I'm going to put this side down on a bit of paper. And put this on top. Again, careful. Not to trap any air in the in between the layers. Okay. Another piece of paper. And my steel soap. I'm going quite gentle this time now. And cut off the excess of the scrap. I keep using it, I can keep using it as scrap as long as it's not over blended. I'm going to go to my cake spatula. Running out of space here. Again, I can see there's a divot right here. So we need to lift up the bottom. Give it a flip. Yeah, I can still feel the divot. I can tell already, even just in typical Keelan style, this is going to look nothing at all like the other pendants. I don't know what happens. Every time I go on camera, this week actually, this is my 3rd take of this, by the way. It just doesn't go to plan. What can you do? Persevere. All right, let's see. Okay. Now my cutter. I want the blue. I'm going to go here. No, I'm not. I am going to pick this up off the paper first. Now do it. That's pretty colors. Again, I'm really glad I have a lot of the mermaid dust. I see a little bit of the lighter green as well. All right, so I am going to go ahead and put my logo this is nice too, huh? This direction. Try with the paper. Get my stamp. Again, my logo stamp I had made when I was doing my macrame to stamp metal tags. This is a very, very, very heavy, solid metal die. It's not intended for polymer clay use, but it works. And this is really, really heavy. Okay, but again, it works for me. Now smooth out a little bit. I'm not going to bother any mica powder in the back because quite honest, I'm tired. Like I said, this is take 3. All right, let's give this a bit of a shaping. Now, do I want my silicone thing? Or more of a domed piece with my glass? I'm gonna go silicone, I think. It just has a bit of a nicer dome. It's not so sharp or not so rounded. Now I'm very gently pressing from the inside to the outside. Very gently. I don't want to distort, smush, or flatten the edges of the piece, right? All right, so now I'm going to get a bit of, a baby wipe with isopropyl. Well, it's not isopropyl alcohol. It is cleaning alcohol, 95% cleaning alcohol, because I cannot get at a good price isopropyl or rubbing alcohol here in France. So same thing, just don't put it on your skin. Oops. Now, for whatever reason, this does not look like a rock. And it will not look like a rock. But if the colors come through as I think they should come through, it'd be a very pretty piece, but not exactly what I was trying to achieve. But anyway, I'll put this in the oven at 130, which is a ceramic clay, so at 130. A bit thick. I'm going to put it in for about maybe 45 minutes. I'm not sure if I'm going to put a tube bail in the back or not. That's why I don't want to overcook it, because it just clay deteriorates if you cook it too much. So, all right. So I'm going to put this in the oven, and I will see you in the morning. Until then. Oh no, she's got clay and powders out on her table. Yep, because the pendant I made last night, I really don't like. It's so bland. I sanded and sanded and sanded. I took many layers off. I can't do anything with it. I don't know what I did wrong. But in saying that, I made a little pair of earrings from the leftover part, and I took this from the bottom of the stack, basically upside down, and these turned out okay. And I didn't shave off the white. So these are quite cute. I like these. I don't like this at all. So, which is very frustrating because this will be my 4th time filming this. The first one I made was this one. It turned out okay. I have a little bit of shiny malachite in there. This turned out quite nicely. But the problem with this one was that I had my air conditioning on, and the microphone picked it up very well, and you could barely hear me, so I couldn't do anything with that video. That was number 1. Then I tried these 2, and I really don't like them. I swapped out one of the colors for the bronze stone, and don't like them. Really don't like them. So then we did last night's number 3. Now we're doing number 4. All right. So this time I'm keeping it the Mermaid's Dust and the green pyromorphite the same. I'm swapping out the peach gold for the white chalcedony, and I'm swapping out the the golden labradorite for turquoise blue. Okay, so also what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the alcohol ink, just the little kind of stripes of it, and I'm going to put the mica powder on top of the alcohol ink. So that's a little bit different. So I'm just going to get on with this. I'm going to put this in fast forward, otherwise it's going to be a very long video. So right, I'll get to it. Yeah. And now I will back this, so it's very thin. I'm going to back this after. Now, where did my silicone mold go? Oops. Yeah, I'm not going to put any rubbing alcohol on this. I did on the others, but... Okay, there's that one. And let's get our little square. Tap, tap, tap. I'm gonna need to I'm gonna need to back it so I can do my logo. Then, well, if these turn out okay, that is. All right, let's give it a little wipe with just the wet wipe. Just to take off my scratches from my dry skin. My hands have been so bad. And wearing gloves doesn't help it any either. So, okay, there's that one. And we just tidy up this one here. I have hope. Okay. So these two are ready for the oven. And we can see, we'll see the difference from the top and from using the bottom. Okay, I'll be back when these are baked, sanded, and buffed. And just cross our fingers. Okay, we've managed to show and tell, thankfully. This has been a very trying video, I tell you this. All right, I'm gonna start off going through the history. I started playing around with the mica powders, I think it was Sunday, a week ago. And I posted some photos in my group, my subscribers group on Facebook. So this is the first one that I made. This is with the same colors, but I put it on a black background. And for the lines, for the top part, for the Mokume, I used charcoal black mixed into the translucent. Now, I didn't like this at first, but then after, I really quite like it now. And for some reason, it plaqued, but I just think it adds more to the piece, actually. So I was really quite happy with this one. Then from that, I went on to this one, and this one, the same colors again, but I mixed it with opaline. I like this one too, but it's not my favorite, but I do like it. Then I went on and I played around with just using the mica powders, like we did in the video, but without using the alcohol ink. And I came up with this one. Now, I quite like this one too. And this I just put on an opaline backing. And with this particular one, I took the shavings and I made these earrings. And so these are the shavings, and then I just put the shavings on translucent mixed with the white pearl. And there we go. So there's the earrings. Then I made this one, and this was my favorite one. And this is the one I was trying to, I won't say recreate, but there's the same technique I wanted to use. This is with the alcohol ink underneath the colors. I really like this one. Really, really like this one. There's the back. So then what we did, then I made one, the first one here, yes, this one. This is what I made in the video, but I had my air conditioning unit on and it was too loud, so I couldn't use the video. But I quite like this one. Here's the back. And I just put this one on a double stainless steel chain. Okay. Then I made this one, which needs to be sanded again, but actually, no, it's not going to be sanded. I'm just going to leave it, or maybe I'll put another veneer or something on top of that one. Then we did this one, and I really didn't like how it turned out at all. Didn't like it at all. And it's very dull. It's not, there's no bright colors in it, which I think was very, very strange, but I think I know what happened. So then we have this one. Then we made the square and this one. This is the final one. I'll put this aside. I don't want to see that. I did the square, and I think it would turn out okay. I've not finished sanding it. I've kind of ran out of steam, to be honest with you. But when I took this out of the oven, I left this in because it was much thicker. But it's cracked. The oven cracked it. And after I'd taken this one out, thankfully, what it got my attention, when I went into the kitchen, I saw my oven flashing 160 degrees. So somehow the program in the oven went AWOL, and this is what happened. And I think maybe possibly it's what did it to this. And where's the other one? I'm gonna put aside. I think maybe they just messed up the translucent, overcooked it, scorched the translucent. That's what I'm thinking, because I did this one, and this one I did in my little toaster oven. All these I did in my toaster oven, no problem. But in the kitchen oven, I think that might be the culprit. Anyway, and so this is the one I really quite like. This one. This is what we did our second try. Here's the back, and I just put little ceramic beads that I think match it quite nicely. And also I made a pair of earrings from this one. They're very thin. I think these turned out quite nice, actually. The colors are going nicely through it. And this was the one I left the white on the back. So it's for this. So this is from the underside of the slab. So that's what we have there. Yeah, this was a long week. It was a long week, but it taught me a couple of things, and then primarily not to use my kitchen oven. Again, I really do think that's the reason why these are scorched. I really do. Oh, I made another little pair of earrings that I haven't finished off yet. These ones here, they'll be quite cute. They're quite light. Okay, so that's that. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm not going to say I did, but yeah, I did. Again, my all-time favorite is this one. And just like anytime, I cannot recreate what I make. Right, that's it. Please, I'll mention this again. If you would like to connect with me or share any photos of your work that maybe I inspired you, please join my Facebook group. I'll put a link in the comments, put it in the comments, and also put it in the description box below. Also, if you'd like to know how I finish my pieces, how I sand, buff, and polish, these are not polished, they're just sanded and buffed. But I have an in-depth tutorial on how I finish my pieces, and I'll leave that in the description box below as well. Oh, these mica powders, these are really, really, really nice mica powders. They're very pigmented, and actually I still have color under my nails, which they'll come out eventually, but I have an affiliate link, so if you wanted to purchase these, then you can just use my link, and the code for 10% off the entire store is KEIPFR. Again, it's down in the description box below. I get a couple of pennies and you get 10% off, so if you wanted to, there you go. I guess that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a like. Please comment, because it will help me. It'll help my video go around the YouTube system. And if you really liked it, you can give me the thumbs up. But yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye.